Hi and welcome to another straight to the playlist video. Today we're talking about all the releases by artists I follow from August because another month has passed. I can't believe that we're already in September. That just feels so fake to me. But we have a lot of exciting releases, a lot of different versions of Angel of My Dreams. So be aware of that going ahead. But there's a lot of fun songs in this list today, so I'd love to discuss them. But first, let's talk about the album releases this month because we did get some albums in August. Starting off with Short and Sweet by Sabrina Carpenter, which I did a full review on that you can check out on my channel right now. Spoiler alert, I adore this, obviously. Then next, we have The Show Live from Madison Square Garden by Niall Horan, which is a live album, so I didn't really do a video on it, but I also really enjoyed it. I thought it was such a fun time, and I can't wait for The Show Live on 2, which is kind of like more an extended version of this album, which comes out in the beginning of September. But absolutely had a blast listening to this. And lastly, we have Juice County Volume 1 by Dinah. This is an EP, and my review for this is coming in a couple of days time. It's coming later in the month, but I did film a whole review for this. But it's a really fun EP that I highly recommend you listen to if you want to. And yeah, then let's get into all of the different songs. Timestamps are in the description if you want to click around, see what you're interested in, what catches your fancy. And yeah, let's just begin with all of the different versions of Angel of My Dreams that we got this month by JADE. If you don't know, Angel of My Dreams is JADE's debut solo single that came out last month, and then this month we got a lot of different versions for it to keep the promo going. We're starting off with the Blessed Madonna remix. And you know, the Blessed Madonna did the Future Nostalgia remix album a couple of years ago when Future Nostalgia came out, and I really didn't like that project, so I should have known better than to think that I might like this remix. But honestly, I'm not a remix person, but I have liked the different versions that we got. Even last month we got a couple for Angel of My Dreams. I was hopeful for it, but this just I thought this was so boring and was just like nothing to it, and I really didn't like it, so I am sorry, this is a no from me. Then next we have the sad version, and sad stands for Sad Angelic Dramatic. I love that little acronym in the title. But this is such a stunning version. I feel like there's like, the vocals are fantastic, the production is fantastic, it feels so cinematic, and the way this song is translated to kind of more that slow down, sad version is just really well done. And like, dramatic is the right word for it because it sounds very grand dramatic, but I really enjoyed it. I really love it, so it's definitely going straight to the playlist. Then we have the Jack Jones Y2J remix. Like, this is how remixes should be done. I still don't like it, preferred over the original, of course, but I did think this was a blast to listen to, and I danced along to it quite a lot. I couldn't sit still. I had such a fun time, so for me it's going straight to the playlist. And then we have the Sad Slow Angelic Dramatic live version. So basically, when the sad version came out, we had the sad version, and then there was like a live performance of it. That was the video on YouTube, and then a lot of fans asked for the live version to also be released on streaming, and that happened. I'm so glad I did, because this it blew the original version out of the water, and the original sad version is already so incredible. Just like, vocals are on another level. Angelic is the right word, like, oh my god. And it's just so stunning. I don't have words for it. I don't know how to describe it. Just go listen to it and be blessed. That's all I have to say. So it's definitely going straight to the playlist. And then we have the SMU MTG remix. This one, again, I didn't like. I feel, again, this was just a bit of a bore. I was very bored while listening to it. As if I remember correctly, this one is pretty long, and I don't know, it lost me, and I'm not a fan of it, so there you go. And then lastly, for the Angel of My remixes, we have the Scooter remix. This is one that I've seen JADE be very hyping up on social, so I was a bit hopeful for it, and I did, again, really enjoy it. It's not my favorite of the remixes, but it is still a really fun time, and it's definitely going straight to my playlist. Then next, we have I Hope You Die First by Ashe. This is one of the two singles we got for Wilson this month, and Wilson comes out in September. It's so close, and I'm so very excited to be listening to it. It's Ashe's third studio album, but I Hope You Die First is such a gorgeous song. There's just something so heart-wrenching about it, yet it's also kind of a love song, and it's very sweet in that way, but it just, it hit me in the gut. That's all you gotta know. It's so stunning, and I absolutely adore it. Definitely, without any doubt in my mind, going straight to the playlist. And then we also got I Wanna Love You But I Don't by Ashe. Like I said, 2 singles for Wilson we got this month, and this one is just, I wrote in my notes, excuse me while I sit in the corner and cry a little, read a lot, because yeah. This one just is so fucking emotional. It's so raw, vulnerable, beautiful, devastating. It's all the synonyms. It's such a stunning song, and it has such a heart-wrenching like message to it, but it's so beautiful, and I'm still processing it. I listened to this yesterday and I'm still processing. Then we're hitting remix town again for Illusion Honey Dijon remix by Dua Lipa. I haven't really been liking these Illusion remixes at all. This one again I didn't like. I thought it was such a bore. I really didn't like it. Then next we have Guess by Charli XCX featuring Billie Eilish. You know, I'm a bit late to the trend, so I've seen a lot of people hyping up the song, and I thought it was horrible. I don't know where people are coming from, and I don't like saying this because I feel like this is the first Billie Eilish song I disliked, but I genuinely thought this was just horrible, not nice to listen to at all, not a great time. Everything about this is just bad. I'm sorry, it's not good, and I wanted it to be, but it's not, so I don't understand the hype. That's all I'm trying to say. Then next we have Chula by Grupo, Firme, and Demi Lovato. I definitely butchered everything except Demi Lovato within that. I'm so sorry. But this one, I thought it was pretty fun, but it didn't really do much for me. It's not really my type of music. I think it's not my vibe, and it just didn't really work for me. I also feel like even Demi couldn't say this one. I feel like if Demi switches on a song and I don't like it, typically I can still say like, but they sound absolutely incredible on it. I couldn't even say that. They weren't even serving vocals on this like they typically do. So it just, I don't know, it felt a bit boring, if that makes sense. Then next we have Let's Go by Dinah, Jane, J. Kane, and Yon Go. This, I really enjoyed it. Such a chill, sweet song. It was a single that was released of the EP before the EP, so hence why it is in this video. But I felt like this was just the best like taste giver right before the EP that we could have gotten. It's just a chill, sweet song with a lot of like summery vibes to it. I feel like the 3 collaborators oftentimes, like, you know, Dinah and 2 collaborators, oftentimes I feel like 3 artists can feel like too many cooks in the kitchen, and that definitely wasn't the case with this song. And yeah, it made me very excited for the EP. But like I said, at this point, like when I took the notes, I hadn't listened to the EP yet, but by the time filming of this I have, so go check out that video. Then next we have Cadillac Song by Ariana Grande. This was a song released for the 10th anniversary of My Everything. It originally was released on like some deluxe versions like back in the day, but now it got like the white streaming release. And despite being a big person in the big into the fandom back in the day, I actually had never encountered this song before, and I really liked listening to it. I thought it was such a sweet song, and it had this very nostalgic feeling to it despite having never heard it before, so I really enjoyed that. I do feel like this gives more Yours Truly than My Everything vibe, so I do think that's interesting, but overall I really like the song. And we also have To Close by Ariana Grande. So yeah, this again, same release story as Cadillac Song back in the day, was released on like deluxe versions and everything, and now white release on streaming and everything for the 10th anniversary. And I really enjoyed this song. I hadn't heard it before, which is a shock, but I think this is such a bop and such a vibe, and I just really enjoyed listening to it, and I currently I'm already waiting until the next time I can listen to it again because it just was so good. This also definitely fit more into the My Everything scope of things than I feel like Cadillac Song did, but love it, definitely do. Then we have some acapellas again that were released for the 10th anniversary. So first we have Problem acapella by Ariana Grande, and this one I didn't like. I'm hit or miss on acapellas in general, but I typically like Ariana's because she just does interesting stuff with like vocals and harmonies and stacking stuff and more technical terms I don't know anything about. So listening to the acapellas can be really interesting, but I feel like this one was so boring. I feel like there was a lot of gaps, just not a lot of interesting things going on. So therefore this one is a no for me personally. Then we also have the Break Free acapella. And like, this is what I'm talking about. This was so much better. I feel like I really enjoyed listening to it. I definitely didn't miss, like, I feel like Break Free is a very production heavy song, but I didn't miss that while listening to this. It just vocals, it really worked well, and it sounded so stunning, so beautiful. So straight to the playlist for me. And we also have One Last Time a cappella. And again, all I can say is Ariana Grande's vocals are just absolutely stunning, and it just again really worked in his a cappella version, and I felt just transported to like a magical place listening to this for some reason. And then we also have the Love Me Harder a cappella. And this one just, again, stunning. I feel like with Problem, I thought the issue with the like a cappella version was the collaboration, and having like Iggy Azalea and Big Sean into that mix, it might not have worked that well. But then this is also collaboration with The Weeknd, and it sounded just absolutely stunning again. So I don't know what it is, but yeah, these a cappella versions are going to the playlist, not making a detour, except Problem that can go away. And then lastly for today, we have Heaven, Live from Madison Square Garden by Niall Horan. This one was released again as like a pre-thing to the album Live from Madison Square Garden. So I listened to this before listening to the rest of the album, but this video is made after listening to the rest of the album. But I really loved this live version. I feel like it was so much fun. I love the inclusion of the crowd, and they sounded so loud, and it's also just a magical production of it. I really love kind of the different arrangements they did for the song live. I feel like it's just, I haven't gone to a show. I'm not going to a show for this tour, but I immediately felt transported into like an arena listening to things, and I was very sad that I was just in my bedroom instead. So yeah, that is everything I have for you today. Let me know in the comments what you thought of any of these songs. I'd love to discuss. September is already looking bright and beautiful. There's some releases I'm very excited for, so hopefully we'll get to discuss much more then as well. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you next time. Good.
Here I am again, the same old situation. Why does the God thing have to be so complicated?